Now we're on to week 2 of the Metaverse Champions tier list. So our first game is Base Raiders. I've personally played this game, but I auto-farmed kind of by using an alt and auto-clicking. But anyways, for the event, all you had to do was raid someone, and in order to raid people, you have to stand on their middle platform for 5 seconds. That's not that hard, but then it's pretty much free, so I'm gonna put this game in average. It's not fun by any means, but it's not hard to get. Next up, we have Be a Toy. This is one of those ragdoll games. So basically, you have to collect 4 egg pieces and they're gonna snap together whenever they get close. And then you bring them to AJ. I'm putting this game in enjoyable. It's not hard at all. And it might be frustrating if some person keeps holding onto the egg and doesn't want to bring it to AJ. But otherwise, this game is pretty fine. I don't see any problem with it. Next, we have Car Crash Simulator. This game, I feel like it was kind of glitchy. What you had to do was drive your car through the loop in the middle 5 times, and the map seems really plain, so I don't get how you could play this game for a long time, so I'm just gonna put this in slow. The ramp can be glitchy, it was for me. It didn't count a lot of times where it should have, so that's why I'm putting it in slow. Next, we have Chaos Clickers, and oh boy, this game caused so much drama, I don't know why. So basically, the obby started out hard, and people complained about it on Twitter, but then they made it easy. I played the easy obby, but I did that one first try, so I'm pretty sure the hard one, as far as I've seen, it's not that hard. So this game, I'm putting it annoying though, because you have to do some tasks that I find kind of unfair, like inviting a friend and making them join the server. I mean, you could do that with an alt, but it's still kind of painful to do. Next, we have Dropblox. This is a Fall Guys type of game. I mean, it's pretty easy. What you had to do was collect shards, so each shard will give you like 15 points, and you need to get 75 points. Well, I'm not sure about those numbers, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. So I'm putting this game in enjoyable. 5 shards isn't that hard to get. It won't take that long. Maybe around 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes at most. Next, we have Gerald. Gerald is a piggy type game. So first thing, there's a lot of bugs in this game, such as when you're on a normal difficulty, whenever you get hit by Gerald, it still insta-kills you instead of giving you a timer, which I find really frustrating. I'm putting this game in annoying. The map was kind of long, I guess. Well, it was not very open, and I thought that was pretty confusing, so that's why I'm putting it there. Next, we have Impostor. Among Us! It's another Among Us game, wow. But anyways, the event for this game was really bad. I'm putting it in trash. You have to get this specific task and complete it on all 4 maps. So if you don't have a VIP server, which I'm pretty sure VIP servers are free, what I did is I set the task amount to the highest value and set the imposter kill cooldown really low so that I could cycle fast. But if you don't do that, or you don't have enough accounts in order to do it in a VIP server, this game is just going to be really frustrating, and a lot of you probably didn't get it. Now we have Make a Cake. I'm pretty sure this game was really old. I played it in some really old event, or maybe like 2017. But other than that, it's still enjoyable. What you had to do is beat a few cakes to the boy, I think. And that's not that hard if you spam cakes, which that's what I did. Now we have Mega Noob Simulator. This game was really cringe. I liked it though. It had really good cutscenes, and I liked this game quite a bit. It had pretty good combat required in order to get the badge, so I'm putting this in Pog tier. Now we have Shootout. This game is kind of like Arsenal, I guess. The game mode is gun game, so you get a kill, you get a new gun. But the event for it, all you had to do was go to the mission and then click. You just click claim, like you don't have to do anything. But even if they made the event something like kill 15 players, something like that, I would be fine with it. So I'm just gonna put this in enjoyable, even though it's kind of a freebie. Maybe a lot of you will disagree with me, but I'm just gonna put it there. Now we have Super Ball Battle. This game has a pretty bad rating. It definitely looks high effort though, but I'm pretty sure why is because it's kind of slow paced and it can get really frustrating. And the mechanics in the game are kind of weird, so I'm gonna put this game in annoying for those reasons. Now we have Survive a Plane Crash. This game, it just took a long time. You have to wait maybe like 10 to 15 minutes just for the plane to get to the location. And the captain, which a player has to be the captain, I think. If they don't drive the plane well, Well, good luck. Luckily, I did this on my second try. Took at least 20 minutes. I figured out what to do. Like, I need the parachute and then done. So I'm putting this in annoying. It just takes too long. Now we're on to Faye. Our first game is Don't Press the Button 4. I have no idea why it's 4, but this game was pretty easy. You had to keep pressing the button until there was a round with a Faye chest, but there are a lot of maps with it, so it didn't take that long to cycle to one, and it's quite easy. So I'm putting in average. Definitely not enjoyable, but it's still fairly easy. Next is Field Trip Z, and of course, freebie, that means drama, right? I'm putting this game in average. I didn't even play the actual story. I don't know what to say other than that. Now I have Fishing Simulator. This game could take quite a long time, especially because you need to catch like 20 fish, I think, and catching fish is really slow, as you can see here. It just took quite a long time. After you catch those 20 fish though, you have to do this easy obby, and that part was a lot better than the start. So I'm not gonna put this game in annoying. I'm putting in slow just because of that obby. Next we have Flood Escape 2. I played this game a lot. I've actually made a video on it. Check it out if you want. I like the game itself, just that Crazy Blocks, who is the developer, just didn't implement the event very well. What we just did is add a page to all easy to hard maps, and you have to collect 10 of them, and they have to be different maps. So I'm putting this game in annoying. I mean, if you're a noob, it's just gonna take too long. Now we have Mech Warzone. This game as a third-person shooter is fine, but I'm here for the event. It tells you to grind to rank 25, and that takes way too long, 2 hours, so I'm putting this in trash. But you'll see, the game isn't that bad, just the event. Now we have Pit of Hell. One problem with this game is that there's this developer product where people can buy it and everyone in every server will get sent back to the start. And you can see here, it happened to me many times. They just want money. It's bad for the player base, so because of that, I'm putting this in annoying. What kind of game wants people with money to ruin free-to-play players' experiences? Now we have Saber Simulator. This game you had to grind a little bit, but I mean, it didn't take awfully long, but it was still somewhat easy, I guess. So I'm putting in slow. It definitely wasn't that fun to play. This one just took, I feel like it just took quite a long time. Now we have Sewer of Sao Paulo. And the game icon says it's called Esgoto de Sao Paulo. I'm not Portuguese, so don't mind it. They translated the title later. It's called Sewer of Sao Paulo, so that's where I get that from. What you had to do is collect several pieces. It wasn't that bad, so I guess I'm just gonna put this in enjoyable. Mostly because I'm an obby person. I like obbies, you know. Now we have TPS Street Soccer. This game is definitely, arguably, one of the worst games. If you didn't have free VIP servers, that is. In the VIP servers, all you have to do is score 5 goals. And easy. So, I'm putting in average because of that. Now we're on World 0. Okay, so this game is definitely one of the high effort ones. But for the event, it's kind of slow. That's why I'm putting in slow tier. Let me explain. So, basically, you had to defeat around 30 mobs, I think it's like 32 or so. The spawn rate is pretty bad, so it can take 15 to 20 minutes, maybe even more if you get really unlucky. Now we're on to Would You quiz. Other than this game's event starting late, I like the Faye NPCs. It had a really good dance. It's definitely easy, but I can't put it anything higher than average just because the gameplay isn't that great. Okay, now we're on to Sparks Kilowatt. First game is Admin House New, and oh boy. I would definitely put this in trash, but we're talking about the event, so it goes in average. All I had to do was touch an item laying around the map, and that one was really easy to find. Now we have Disaster Island. This game you had to wait until around either a mystery or a double one. And that was really rare, so 5 rounds. Every 5 rounds there's one, and you have to survive, so this could definitely take a really long time, so I'm putting it annoying. Free admin, oh boy, why does Sparks have all of these trash games? Yeah, this one's going in trash. You can tell the developers didn't put much effort in. All he had to do was get 25 kills, and of course, why? Now we're on to Horse Valley. This game wasn't awfully bad. I'll put this game in enjoyable. It's kind of like a simulator, except not really, and you don't have to do any waiting, and there's really no RNG. Now we're on to Minery 2. This game is a mining game that uses terrain. What you have to do is find an amethyst. So if you get lucky, you'll find one. But if you don't, you could go easily for a long time without finding one. It's going in slow. Okay, now we're on to Pilfering Pirates. And this game, you had to use the Sparks launcher to break a ton of blocks. So you need to get around 500, I think, and then return to Sparks. So 500 parts, that's a lot. It took maybe 20 minutes for me. I'm putting this in slow. I didn't really enjoy it. You just had to constantly wait for the launcher to reload. Now we're on to Roblox High School 2. I believe this is by Cindering, the creator of the original Roblox High School. This game, I'll put it enjoyable, but it can take 20 minutes. So first off, the music class in this game is a rhythm game, and I'm definitely biased towards rhythm games. Plus the other ones, they're okay, but enjoyable is fine for this game, I guess. Now we're on to Sharkbite. Sharkbite is known for creating good events, and this one definitely didn't let me down. So what you have to do is look at a map, and then it will show you where the treasure is, and then you have to shoot the treasure. A chest will appear and it will float to the top, and you just collect it. So that's pretty easy. I'm putting this game in enjoyable because it's not that hard. As long as you have good navigation skills, you're fine. Next we have Tradelands. In this game, you had to walk quite a bit, so walking simulator, annoying. And if you don't have progress or you don't know where to go, you really don't know what to do. You have to like deliver some goods to another island and then craft this thing. It just took a long time. Now we have UFO Tycoon. So this game literally required you to play their entire game. That's why it's going in annoying. Plus you had to wait a long time, and it's also walking simulator. So annoying is where it belongs. And then you just had to fly through 16 rings at the end. That was really easy though. Now we have Unicorn Obby World. This one was one of the first few games that I did, but it's just an obby, not much more to it. So I'm just gonna put in average. Didn't take that long time, so I'm fine with it. Now we're on to Ren. Our first game is A Wolf or Other. I believe this game was in one of the egg hunts, either 2020 or 2019. And what I remember is that this game had a pretty bad event. And for Metaverse Champions, it required you to get 5 different badges. So that's not too hard though. So I'm putting in average. If you know what you're doing, it won't take that long. Now we have Copyrighted Artists. This game is kind of fun. I believe you have to win a round, and you know, I don't like competition in events, so I have to put this game in annoying. What I mean by this is that because one person can win every round, and also the rounds are quite slow, so you have to wait quite a long time. It can get really frustrating just because of how long it takes. Now we're on to Deathrun. All you have to do was reach the end. You can even do this if you died, so this was definitely well made. I'm putting in average because of that. It's definitely not enjoyable because, well, you have to reach the end, and you just have to have a little bit of skill for that. And if you don't reach it in time, then you have to wait for another round. Now we have Fart Attack. This game just requires you to do several things. I'm just gonna put this game in enjoyable. It took maybe 15 minutes for me, but that's alright. It was pretty fun, I guess. The mechanics were kind of fun, and the game was just really easy in general as well. Now I have Giant Simulator. I'm going to put this game in enjoyable. You have to kill several bosses and some other NPCs. It was decently fun, and it didn't have any RNG. So yeah, that's why it's going in enjoyable. Now we have Goblin Island. This is a funny game, you know? Made by Franklin Day. He's the creator of all these creepy UGC items, especially the heads. This game, definitely the second part was well made, but the first part, you just have to get 10 kills and then wait for the round to end. It was a little bit buggy, but that's fine because the second part was really, really well made, so I enjoyed it. This game is going into the POG tier. Now we have Legends of Speed. This is a older game. It's not that old, but you have to grind quite a bit in order to build up enough speed in order to do the obby. So I'm putting it in slow because I don't like developers who force you to grind their game. They just want premium payouts. Now we have Natural Disaster Survival. This is an old game made by Stickmaster Luke. What you have to do is survive 3 rounds in a row, and oh boy, that's not very good for an event. So I'm putting this game in slow tier. It's not necessarily annoying. If you're an older Roblox player, you probably have game passes in this game, which makes it easy. If you know what you're doing, it won't take that long. Now we have Pet Heroes. This is kind of like a pet simulator game, except your pets can take damage from the mobs you're fighting, but so you had to go on some obbies and do some puzzles. I enjoyed that, so this game is going in enjoyable. Now we're on to Ragdoll Simulator. What you have to do in this game is just push 10 people, and that is really easy. You can just farm with a friend or some random. You just have to keep punching them, and you only need 10 punches, so it didn't take that long. I'm putting this game in average because it's not really fun. Now we're on to our last game, Seconds Till Death. This game reminds me of Cat, which is a knife gun game, free-for-all, where you want to kill other people. So you have a certain amount of time, and when you kill someone, they drop their time, and their time keeps counting down, yours does too, and if your time runs out, you die, of course. I mean, this game's kind of fun, but you need to get 4 wins, and only 1 person can win per round, so it's going in annoying. I hope you guys enjoyed this tier list video. If you did, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next 2 tier lists as well. And also comment down below which game you thought was your favorite and which one you didn't like at all.